Quinn.
Me, Hollywood Steve.
And we're here to tell you guys about the top 5 horror flicks that you guys should watch on Amazon Prime this month, February 2019.
You gotta run out, you gotta see these movies. With your eyeballs.
People,
But let's start off with an absolute classic, Night of the Living Dead.
why, that is an absolute classic.
It
One of
is.
the all-time greats of horror. What a good idea, Steve.
Yeah, and it seems unlikely that anybody watching this would be sitting there thinking, I've never seen that.
That would
But
be
guess
fun.
what? There are tons of people out there who've never seen Night of the Living Dead. It's a classic, don't let it scare you. It really is very much like any other zombie movie you've ever seen, except it's the original,
Yeah.
the OG.
It's the real stuff. I know what you mean though. A lot of times I kind of shy away from watching older movies because I just know they're not going to have the glitz and the glamour and special effects of newer films. But Night of the Living Dead is still an extremely effective, genre-defining classic.
Yeah, directed by George Romero, who died recently, R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Absolute amazing director. Check out all of the Living Dead series if you haven't already.
And also be sure to check out episode 14 of our award-deserving podcast, Dead and Lovely, on your favorite podcast app of choice, where we give you a deep dive analysis and review of the movie, rate and review on iTunes.
And that's a particularly good one. Go check it out.
You know, Steve, while I was scrolling around the Amazon Prime, I happened to come across one of my absolute favorites. It's a little Italian flick called Phenomena.
Dun, dun, dun,
Phenomena.
dun, 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 dun.
Phenomena.
Maggots.
Yeah, there's a lot of those in the movie.
Yep.
It is an extremely bizarre Dario Argento movie, and I think it'll always kind of hold a special place in my heart because, for one, it's the first Argento flick that I ever watched. I saw this way before I saw Suspiria or Opera or any of those. It's also the very first published episode of our award-deserving podcast,
What?
Dead and Lovely. Rate and review on iTunes.
That was also the first time I had seen the movie and the first time I had watched a Dario Argento film.
Wow.
You need to slide into Dario Argento Phenomena. Jennifer Connelly.
Yeah, one of her
It's-
first roles ever.
About as Americanized of a giallo film as you'll get from Dario Argento.
I think so, and it's about a girl who has telepathic communication with bugs who's
Yeah.
at a boarding school solving murders.
There's also a chimp, and Loomis shows up
Yeah,
in
that's
a
right.
wheelchair.
Dr. Loomis is there. It is even weirder than what we're describing.
It's great though. It's well worth a watch. You'll enjoy it. If you're a horror movie fan, you're gonna enjoy it.
Also, Iron Maiden and Motorhead on the soundtrack.
So great.
Because why not? It's super surreal and dreamy and weird. I even know a lot of like Argento fans who have never seen this one before.
Yeah, it's
so-
a bit more obscure.
Yeah, definitely. And be sure to, by the way, if you're watching this on some other streaming service, you might find the American version, which is called Creepers.
Yeah,
Right?
something like that.
And it's shortened quite a lot. There's
Yeah,
a lot
you
of
miss
good
a-
stuff missing.
Miss a good bit of the interesting stuff.
Yes,
Yeah.
be sure to watch Phenomena. That's the one that you want to see.
But then those are old people movies. I want a movie that's made for my generation.
You want a movie for young people.
The Millennials. Girl with All the Gifts, Ben.
I enjoyed this very much. I actually
Yeah.
read the book first several years ago. The book is freaking awesome.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah, so whenever I heard that they were doing a movie adaptation, I was cautiously excited, and I gotta say, as a fan of the books, the movie delivered pretty well.
Great. I like the movie. I haven't read the book. I enjoyed the movie as a standalone thing.
Yeah.
I could tell in the movie there were a lot of things that they couldn't go as deep into. They're
Yeah.
probably much more well explained in the book.
Sure.
But Gemma Arterton is awesome as the teacher. Glenn Close is in it as a doctor.
Who looks a lot like Robin Williams.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
It reminds me a bit of 28 Days Later, a bit of I Am Legend.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
kind of a post-apocalyptic zombie kind of world, but in this, it's not really a zombie kind of thing. It's more like there's this, it's like a fungus, it's like a spore that spreads across the earth that's turning people into zombie-like creatures, and they're trying to like rehabilitate child zombies. It kind of reminds you a little bit of like, what's one with Bub?
Oh, Day of the Living Dead.
Yeah, it kind of reminds you of that in a way, where you're kind of getting the idea that they're trying to like rehabilitate zombies and see if they still remember their past lives and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Really interesting. I'm just kind of a sucker for
Me
post-apocalyptic
too.
scenarios.
Yeah.
Kind of going into it, I liked it already.
Yeah, I was already interested.
Steve, what would you say that I should watch if I want to see one of the greatest scariest, most fucked up flicks of all time.
I can think of a few, but the one that comes to mind immediately is Hereditary.
Absolutely right. I think
Ari Aster's already classic.
Oh my god, a debut movie too. Coming out of the gate, scalding hot. Can't wait to see what else he does. Easily my favorite movie of 2018.
Yeah, it was great. It was amazing. Such a great movie.
Can you believe it didn't get nominated for anything?
It's
Oscars,
infuriating.
Yeah, absolutely.
That Toni Collette did not get nominated for Best Actress. She deserved
A
it.
Quiet Place got nominated for stuff, and Hereditary didn't. That's absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Because Toni Collette in this delivers one of the most
So good.
intense,
Dedicated.
grueling, emotional performances I think of anybody in any movie I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Absolutely incredible. We did a mini-sode on this when it came out, which is episode 61.5 of our award-deserving podcast.
It does deserve an award. If you have an award, send it to us.
We did a full review on episode 80, so
Yeah.
be sure to check those out and see our complete thoughts about the movie. But in a nutshell, it's the scariest movie I've ever seen. I think it's one of the most well-done horror flicks of all time.
It had less of a scare effect on me, but more of a extreme appreciation for all of the elements that are just hidden throughout. The writing is great, the acting is amazing, directing, cinematography,
soundtrack.
it all comes together so perfectly. It didn't have the same like sort of lingering effect on me that it had on you, but it's had it on a ton of people.
Absolutely so, man. Absolutely so. Absolutely worth watching, worth rewatching over and over and over and again.
Yeah.
It seems like the biggest complaint about the movie across the board is kind of the pacing of the movie. It's pretty long, it's pretty drawn out, but I love those kinds of movies that just feel like you're like in a pressure cooker where the temperature is just rising degree by degree until it's boiling. Kind of reminds me of stuff like Rosemary's Baby. There's kind of some conspiratorial elements, no spoilers or anything, that might remind you of like The Wicker Man.
Yeah, the original, not the Bees.
The Bees!
The Bees!
It's a bee-free movie as far as I know.
I believe so. Actually, though, someone does have an allergy.
Yeah.
So,
not far off.
Pretty close. Been the past few times that we've come together to make some recommendations on Netflix, I've given you some movies that I've seen that you haven't seen.
Right, yeah.
Why don't you go ahead and give me a movie from Amazon Prime that I haven't seen?
You give and give and give, and all I do is take.
All you do is take?
Yeah.
You take her.
It's time for me to give back a little bit your way.
Let's hear it.
By recommending that you watch Society.
Society? Why? What's that about?
It's so weird as balls, I can't even say all that much, but it's one of those that I really recommend just going into it without any expectation. Or any knowledge of what it's about. Just watch it. It's from the 80s. It has elements of maybe some Cronenbergian body horror.
Okay, that's interesting. I like that.
David Lynch weirdness and social commentary.
Okay.
I would say that it's all sort of about the hyper weird closed groups of society and Hollywood and maybe even politics and stuff like that.
Okay.
And the lengths that people go through to get to be a part of that inner circle and what actually goes on in those inner circles. Imagine if Eyes Wide Shut was really fucking disgusting and cheap and really cheap.
This is awesome. I'm totally sold.
It is so weird. I actually watched it for the first time around this time last year. I had a horrific flu. And a fever of like 100 and God knows what. And I watched this movie alone. I think my wife was at work or something like that. I watched this movie by myself on the couch with just my brain boiling. And it was one of those ones where I had to go back and rewatch parts of it to see if it was my fever dreams talking or if that was really in the movie. It was all in the movie.
Oh, okay. I was going to say maybe you just were remembering it weird, but it's really in there.
Yeah, it is a really strange movie. Yeah, I think that you'll definitely enjoy it. It's one that I would like to break down on the show sometime.
We should do it, yeah.
Because again, there's a lot of messages.
All right, I like messages.
In the movie. My God, it's weird. The shunt. You'll never forget.
The shunt?
You'll never forget the shunt, dude.
Oh no, that doesn't sound good at all.
It's not good at all. Not good at all. But I recommend that you guys watch it.
Awesome.
Let us know in the comments below what you guys think about these flicks and what other films that are currently streaming on Amazon Prime right now that you'd recommend. We went through the list and there are tons.
There's so many great horror movies on Amazon Prime right now.
We could have made a top 20.
Oh,
there
easily.
are so many good ones for free, not even for rent, just
Yeah.
free ones. Tons of stuff from the 80s.
All you have to do is pay that Amazon Prime premium every month.
Yeah, which everybody already is.
Right?
So take advantage of it. So much good stuff on there. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Be sure to like and subscribe to our channel and ring the bell down there for notifications of new videos popping up at you all the ding dong time.
You can catch us on Twitter and Instagram at DeadLovelyPod. You can email us at deadandlovelypod@gmail.com. And guess what? We're on the Facebook Dead and Lovely Horror Movie Podcast group. And if you're looking for us on Discord, we're there. I don't know what it is. Help us. Help us know what it is.
We don't know. The kids are doing it. Maybe we should too. Thanks so much. Be sure to drop some comments below and we will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. I'm gonna put an explosion there.
Fire.
Yoga flame.